Good morning, third grade. This morning we're going to do 9.3 and we're comparing fractions with the same numerator. And we're with Josh and he is at Enzo's Pizza Palace. And it says Josh is at Enzo's Pizza Palace and he can sit at a table with 5 of his friends or at a different table with 7 of his friends. The same size pizza is shared equally among the people at each table. At which table should Josh sit to get more pizza? Well, we have to remember that we have to include Josh in either group. So we're either comparing a group of 6 people or a group of 8 people, because at the first table he's with 5 of his friends and at the second table he's with 7 of his friends. Including Josh, how many friends will be sharing pizza? 6 or 8. What will you compare? The size of a piece of pizza at the tables. There will be 6 friends sharing pizza A, or 8 friends sharing pizza B. So Josh will get either 1/6 of a pizza or 1/8 of a pizza. And after we shaded 1/6 and 1/8, which piece of pizza is larger? Well, just by looking at it, 1/6 of a piece of pizza is larger than 1/8 of a pizza. So Josh should sit at the table with 5 friends if he wants to get more pizza. Which pizza has more pieces? Well, if you count the number of pieces, obviously pizza B has more pieces. It's cut into smaller pieces, but there are more of them. So it says which pizza has more pieces? Obviously pizza B does. The more pieces a whole is divided into, the smaller the pieces are. Which pizza has fewer pieces? B has fewer pieces. The fewer pieces of a whole, the fewer pieces a whole is divided into, the pizza is larger and the pieces are larger. So at pizza A is divided into 6 and pizza B is divided into 8. While the whole is the same size, the pieces of pizza and pizza B are smaller and the pieces of pizza and pizza A are larger, even though the denominator on the fraction is smaller, the pieces of pizza are larger. Sometimes we use fraction strips to compare fractions, and on our second problem, that's what they're doing. On Saturday, the campers paddled 2/8 of their planned route down the river. On Sunday, they paddled 2/3 of their route down the river. On which day did the campers paddle further? Well, when we color in 2/8 and 2/3, it's very easy to compare that 2/8 is much smaller than 2/3. So the campers paddled farther on Sunday. Sometimes we just use reasoning. For her class party, Becky baked 2 cakes that were the same size. After the party, she had 3/4 of the carrot cake and 3/6 of the apple cake left over. Was more carrot cake or more apple cake left over? Since the numerators are the same, look at the denominators to compare the size of pieces. Well, if something's cut into 6 pieces, it's smaller. If something's cut into 4 pieces, the pieces are larger. The more pieces a whole is divided into, the smaller the pieces are. The fewer pieces of a whole is divided into, the larger the pieces are. 1/4 is larger than 1/6 because there are fewer pieces. So 3/4 is greater than 3/6. So there was more carrot cake left over. On our share and show, it says shade the models to show 1/6 and 1/4. So we shaded 1/4 and 1/6, then compare the fractions. Now it's obvious to see that 1/6 is less than 1/4. Now, whenever you need to draw a model, feel free to do so. On number 2, 1/8 compared to 1/3. If I cut my pie into 8 pieces and eat 1 piece of that, and cut another pie into 3 pieces and eat 1 piece of that, I'm eating way more pie if I eat 1/3. So 1/8 is less than 1/3. 3/4 is greater than 3/8. 2/6 is less than 2/3. 4/8 is less than 4/4. 4/4 is a 1, it's a whole. 3/6 is equal to 3/6, and 8/4 is greater than 8/8. 8/4 is actually 2 wholes, and 8/8 is 1. Now, let's look at some of the on your own. We'll do the first couple rows of those. 1/3 is greater than 1/4 because the pie is cut into 3 pieces here and 4 pieces here, so the pieces are smaller. 2/3 is greater than 2/6. 4/8 is less than 4/2. 6/8 is less than 6/6. 1/6 is less than 1/2, and 7/8 is equal to 7/8. I will let you do the word problem on your own, and then finish 9.3 in your practice book, and I will email the answers this afternoon. Have a good weekend.